Welcome friends. So today we will be seeing one of the passage. Okay. So the title of the passage is, this is the title of the passage, The Rainmaker. Okay. And as we are seeing, ABCD is already mentioned. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Okay. So we have A to J paragraphs. Okay. So from the title of the passage we can assume that there must be something regarding rainmaker. Okay. So now let's quickly see our types of question and let's quickly mark our keywords. So our first question type is questions 27 to 31. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the reading passage 3? In the boxes 27 to 31 on your answer sheet, write true if the statement agrees with the information, false if the statement contradicts the information, and not given if there is no information. Okay. So our first question type is true, false, not given. Okay. So now let's quickly read first one. 27 number. Patton came up with the idea of making water in desert by pure accident. In desert by pure accident. Came up with the idea. Okay. So these are our keywords. Let's move forward. The bus Patton rode in had poor ventilation because of broken fans. 29 number. So these are our keywords. Okay. Poor ventilation. 29 number. Patton wake up from sleep to discover that his towel was wet. 30 number. Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. Okay. 31 number. Patton later opened his own business in the Persian Gulf. Later opened his own business. Okay, so these are our keywords. Okay. So keywords are very important. So now let's move forward. So here they have given a diagram. Question 32 to 36. Complete the diagram below using no more than 3 words. Okay, this is very important. No more than 3 words from the passage. Write your answer in the boxes 32 to 36 on your answer sheet. Okay, so this is 32 number, this is 33 number, this is 34, this is 35, and this is 36. I hope you are getting this. Okay, so now let's move forward towards our another question type. Questions 37 to 40. Complete the summary below using no more than 2 words. This is also very important. No more than 2 words means only 2 words. Okay, not more than that. No more than 2 words from the passage. Write your answers in the boxes 37 to 40 on your answer sheet. Okay, so now let's quickly mark our keywords. The greenhouse Patton built is installed with dash to keep the air flowing in the wing stand still. And it is expected in the future to rely on electricity provided solely by dash. Despite the high construction cost compared to desalination plant, the plants grown in Patton's greenhouse need much less water. Okay, so these are our keywords. Okay, and if produced in large quantities, the dash would be reduced remarkably. In addition to all these advantages, it is also dash because it is clean and pollution free. Okay, so we have marked our keywords. So now let's quickly find our answers from the paragraphs. So here our first keyword is idea. Here they are talking about some diagrams, and in these they are talking about greenhouse. Okay, so we have to look for these keywords initially. So now let's quickly read our paragraphs. So now let's quickly read our first paragraph, that is A paragraph, and let's find our answer. Okay, sometimes ideas just pop out. Sometimes ideas just pop out. Ideas. So this is our keyword. Okay, sometimes ideas just pop up out of the blue. Pop up out of the blue means this is an idiom. Okay, out of the blue means idiom, which means unexpectedly. Okay, out of the blue means it is an idiom which means unexpectedly. Sometimes ideas just pop up out of the blue, or in Charlie's pattern case, out of the rain. Okay, I was in a bus in Morocco traveling through the desert. He remembers. It had been raining and the bus was full of hot, wet people. The windows steamed up and I went to sleep with a towel against the glass. The windows steamed up and I went to sleep with a towel against the glass. When I woke, the thing was soaking wet. The thing means here they are talking about the towel. The towel was soaking wet. I had to bring it out. I had to bring it out means I had to bring the towel. And it set me thinking, why was it so wet? Okay, so we are getting our keyword idea. Okay, so now let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So our first question, Patton came up with the idea. This keyword we have seen. Okay, Patton came up with the idea of making water in desert by pure accident. Pure accident means unexpectedly. Okay, pure accident means unexpectedly, and same thing we have seen here. Sometimes ideas just pop up out of the blue. Pop up out of the blue means pure accident, accidentally or unexpectedly. Okay, so the same thing they are saying here. Sometimes ideas just pop out of the blue, or in Charlie's pattern case, out of the rain. I was in a bus in a Morocco traveling through the desert. He remembers. Okay, so our first answer we are getting from these lines. Okay, and both the statements agrees. Okay, so what they are saying here, true if the statement agrees with the information, and yes, this first statement agrees with the information given. So that's why we will write true in front of 27 in our answer sheet. From where we are getting our answer, Patton came up with the idea of making water in desert by pure accident. Pure accident means unexpectedly. Okay. So the same thing they are telling here. Sometimes ideas just pop up out of the blue, or in the Charlie's pattern case, out of the rain. I was in a bus in Morocco traveling through the desert. Okay, here they are mentioning another keyword, desert. He remembers. So we are getting our answer from here to here. Both the statements are agreeing with each other. So that's why we have written true in front of 27. I hope you have understood this. Okay. Let's move forward. The bus Patton rode in had poor ventilation because of the broken fans. So in these lines we have not seen anything regarding broken fans. Okay, so we will See another question. Patton woke up from sleep to discover that his towel was wet. Yes, his towel was wet. Yes, this thing is given. So we have seen this thing, okay? Towel was wet. Patton woke up from sleep to discover that his towel was wet. We have seen this thing in the same paragraph only. We have seen this thing, okay? It had been raining and the bus was full of hot, wet people. The windows steamed up and I went to sleep with a towel under again. I went to sleep with a towel against the glass when I woke. The thing was soaking wet. The thing was soaking wet means here they are talking about the towel. The towel was soaking wet. I had to bring it out and it set me thinking, why was it so wet? I hope you have understood this. We have seen this thing, okay? This line. From this line we are getting our answer from here to here, okay? From here to here we are getting our answer and both the statements are agreeing with each other. Okay, so that's why we will write true in front of 29 in our answer sheet. We will write true in front of 29 in our answer sheet. I hope you have understood this. I hope you have understood this. The bus Patton rode in had poor ventilation because of broken fans. So this type of thing we have not seen in our A paragraph, okay? But we will move towards our another paragraph whether we are getting our answer or not. This answer, okay? Let's move forward with our another question. I hope you have understood this. Patton woke up from sleep to discover that his towel was wet. I hope you have understood this. We have written true. Why we have written true? Because both the statements are agreeing with each other. So we are getting our answer from here to here. The thing was soaking wet. I went to sleep with a towel against the glass. When I woke, the thing was soaking wet. Here they are talking about the towel. Okay, I hope you have understood this. I hope you have understood this. Okay, so we will move forward towards another question. Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. Greenhouse, our another keyword. Okay, and here they are asking for diagrams, and here also our keyword is greenhouse. So we will move forward towards our another paragraph, B paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. The answer, of course, was condensation. The answer, of course, was condensation. What do you mean by condensation? Condensation is the process by which water vapor in the air is changed into liquid water. Okay, I hope you have understood this. What is the meaning of condensation? Back home in London, a physicist friend, Philip Davis, explained that the glass chilled by the rain outside had cooled the hot humid air inside the bus below its dew point. What do you mean by dew point? Dew point means it is a temperature at which air must be cooled to reach 100% relative humidity and become saturated with water vapor. Okay, I hope you have understood the meaning of dew point. Okay. Had cooled the hot, humid air inside the bus below its dew point, causing droplets of water to form on the inside of the window. Intrigued. What do you mean intrigued? Intrigued means arouse the curiosity or fascinated. Intrigued, Patton, a lighting engineer by profession, started rigging up. What do you mean by rigging up? Rigging up means? So rigging up is a phrasal verb which means to quickly assemble or construct something using whatever materials are available. Okay, so rigging up means it is a phrasal verb which means quickly assemble or construct something using whatever materials are available. Okay. Intrigued Patton, a lighting engineer by profession, started rigging up his own equipment. I made my own solar stills. It occurred to me that you might be able to produce water in this way in the desert, simply by cooling the air. I wondered whether you would make enough to irrigate fields and grow crops. I wondered whether you could make enough to irrigate fields and grow crops. Okay, so let's see whether we are getting our answers or not. So here the bus Patton rode in had poor ventilation because of broken fans. So this thing we have not seen in B paragraph also we have not seen. Okay, so we will write not given in front of 28 in our answer sheet. I hope you have understood this. Okay, because we have not seen anything regarding poor ventilation or broken fans. Okay, we have not seen anything regarding this. So that's why we have written not given here. And here they are asking Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. So we have seen that he met his friend. Okay, he met his, but we have not seen anything regarding Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. Okay, so we have not seen anything regarding this till now. Patton later opened his own business in the Persian Gulf. So this thing also we have not seen till now. Okay, and here they are asking for diagram, and here also they are asking for greenhouse. So this thing we have not seen till now. So we will move forward towards our next paragraph, that is C paragraph. Today, a decade on. A decade on means what do you mean by decade? A decade on means this is a phrase which means 10 years have passed since a specific event happened. Okay, a decade on means this is a phrase which means 10 years have passed of specific event. Okay, today, a decade on, his dream has taken shape as giant greenhouse on a desert island of Abu Dhabi in the Persian Gulf. So we are getting our another keyword. The first commercially viable version of his seawater greenhouse. Seawater greenhouse. Greenhouse, our keyword, okay? Local scientists working with Patton under a license from his company Lightworks are watering the desert and growing vegetables in what is basically a giant dew-making machine that produces fresh water and cool air from sun and sea water. In awarding Patton first prize in a design competition 2 years ago, Marco Goldskine, president of the Royal Institute of British Architects, called it a truly original idea which has the potential to impact on the lives of million people living in the coastal water-starved areas around the world. Water-starved areas means scarcity, water scarcity areas, okay? Water-starved areas means regions where the demand for water is greater than the supply. Water-starved areas means areas where the demand for water is higher than the available of the water supply. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So we are getting our keyword Abu Dhabi, a Gulf, greenhouse. Okay, we are getting this keyword Gulf. Okay, so now let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So here what they are asking Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. But what we have seen in this paragraph, today a decade on, okay, not immediately, but a decade on, a long time ago, a long time after. Okay, a decade means 10 years, it is a long time. Okay, so both the statements are contradicting. Here what they are asking, Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. Okay, and here what they are saying, today a decade on. A decade on means I have just told you that it means the 10 years have passed since a specific event happened. Okay, so Patton had not started his dream project after immediately meeting with his friend, but it takes him 10 years of his dream, okay, to complete. Today, 10 years, his dream has taken shape after 10 years, okay. After 10 years of meeting his friend, his dream has taken shape, not immediately after meeting his friend. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Okay, in question they are asking that Patton started his greenhouse project immediately after meeting up with his friend. So this statement is completely contradicting. Okay, so we will write false in front of 30 in our answer sheet. I hope you have understood this. I hope you have understood this. So we are getting our answer from here. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Today, from here, we are getting our answer. Today, a decade on, his dream has taken shape as giant greenhouse on a desert island of Abu Dhabi in the Persian Gulf. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Both the statements are contradicting. So that's why we have written false in front of 30 in our answer sheet. Let's move forward. Patton later opened his own business in the Persian Gulf. Later opened. Later opened means yes. Here what they are saying. Today, a decade on, his dream has taken shape as giant greenhouse on a desert island of Abu Dhabi in the Persian Gulf, the first commercial viable version of his seawater greenhouse. Okay. So yes, this thing is given. So we will write true in front of 31 in our answer sheet. I hope you have understood this. We will write true in front of 31 in our answer sheet. Patton later opened his own business in the Persian Gulf. Later opened means after 10 years. After it takes 10 years. Okay, it had taken 10 years to open his own business in the Persian Gulf. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So with this we have found our every answers of true false not given. Okay, I hope you have understood this. I hope you have understood, and we have found our all the answers. So here they are asking for the diagram, and here they are asking for the greenhouse installation. Okay, so now let's quickly move towards our D paragraph and let's quickly find our answers. Okay, the design has three main parts. Design, see graphic means here they are talking about the diagram. Here they are talking about the diagram. So we have to look our answers. Okay. So now let's quickly read it. So before reading this D paragraph, we will just quickly see the diagram first. Okay. So here what they are saying, the cardboard remains. Cardboard remains. So we have to look for this cardboard dash caught. Okay, and this is 32. So these are waves like thing. Okay, these are waves like thing. So let's read. The design has three main parts. See the diagram. The greenhouse faces into the prevailing wind so that hot dry desert air blows in through the front wall of the perforated cardboard. So this is our keyword, cardboard, kept wet and cool by a constant trickle of seawater pumped up from the nearby shoreline. The evaporating seawater cools and moistens the air. Last June, for example, when the temperature outside the Abu Dhabi greenhouse was 46, it was in the low 30s inside. While the air outside was dry, the humidity in the greenhouse was 90%. The cool, moist air allows the plants to grow faster, and because much less water evaporates from the leaves, their demand for moisture drops dramatically. Patton's crop thrived on a single liter of water per square meter per day, compared to 8 liters if they were growing outside. So we are getting so many things here. So here we are getting cardboard. Okay, and here we are getting air. Okay, so we have seen this. The cardboard remains. And what we are getting here? The greenhouse faces into the prevailing wind. The greenhouse faces into the prevailing wind so that hot, dry desert air blows in through the front of wall of perforated cardboard kept wet and cool by a constant trickle of seawater. Wet and cool will be our answer. Okay, so the cardboard remains wet and cool. Okay, no more than 3 words. Okay, wet and cool will be our answer here. And here they are saying these are the waves, means air. This is air. This is the front of cardboard. Okay, so what they are saying here, they are saying the greenhouse faces into the prevailing wind so that hot, dry desert air blows in through the front of perforated cardboard. Okay, so hot, dry desert air. Hot, dry desert air will be our answer. Okay, so this is the air. Okay, so we will write. So we have to write 3 words, not more than 3 words. Okay, so we can write. So here what they are saying, hot, dry desert air. If we will write hot, dry desert air, then it will become 4 words. Okay, so we will write dry desert air. Okay, so we will write dry desert. Look for the spelling. Okay friends, spellings are very important. Dry desert air. So this 32, now in 32 number we will write dry desert air. In 33 we have written wet and cool. Okay, and we have to look for this 34 dash gets caught, 35 number and 36 number also. So we will move forward. So in this paragraph we got 2 answers. Okay, so now we will move forward towards our E number of paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. The second feature also cools the air from the plants. Patton had constructed a double layered roof with an outer layer of clear polythene and inner coated layer that reflects infrared light. Visible light can stream through to maximize photosynthesis, while heat from the infrared radiation is trapped in the space between the layers away from the plants. Is trapped means gets caught. Okay, is trapped means get caught. So we are getting our another answer also. Infrared radiation is trapped. And here what they are asking, dash gets caught. So we will write infrared radiation gets caught. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So we are getting our answer from here. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Okay, so we have completed our 34 number. 35, 36 is the remaining. So we will move forward towards our F paragraph. At the back of the greenhouse. At the back of the greenhouse means they are talking about this. This is the back of the greenhouse. Okay, so they are talking about this compartment. Okay, so we will found our 35 number and 36 number of answer here. So at the back of the greenhouse sits the third element. The main water production unit. Just before entering this unit, the humid air of the greenhouse mixes with hot, dry air from between the 2 layers of the roof. This means the air can absorb more moisture as it passes through a second moist cardboard wall. Finally, the hot saturated air hits a condenser. This is a metal surface kept cool by still more seawater, the equivalent of the window on Patton's Moroccan bus. On Patton's Moroccan bus. Drops of pure distilled water from on the condenser and flow into the tank for irrigation crops. Drops of pure distilled water from the condenser and flow into the tank for the irrigation the crops. So now let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So in diagram what they are asking. Okay, we have completed with 32, 33 and 34 we have done. This is 35 and this is 36. So what they are saying here, they are saying that drops of pure distilled water from the condenser and flow into the tank for irrigating the crop. Okay, flow into the tank means they are talking about this tank. Okay, so this is the tank, fresh water storage. Okay, so this is not visible, so this was not visible properly, so I have written this here. Okay, this is fresh water storage. This is fresh water storage means this is a tank. So what they are saying, they are saying that pure distilled water from the condenser and drop of pure distilled water from on the condenser and flow into the tank for irrigating the crop. So this will be the condenser. Okay, 35 number will be condenser. So we will write condenser. Look for the spellings. Spellings are very important. Okay, and these are droplets. Okay, these arrows are the drops of pure distilled water. So in 36 number we will write pure distilled water. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So we are getting our answers from here. Drops of pure distilled water from on the condenser and flow into the tank for irrigating the crop. So this is the tank, this is the condenser, and these are the drops of pure distilled water. I hope you have understood this. And with this we have completed our diagram. We have completed our entire diagram. Okay, I hope you have understood this. And now let's quickly move towards our last question type. So here they are asking whether the greenhouse pattern built is installed with. So now let's quickly move towards our next paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. The greenhouse more or less runs itself. Sensors switch everything on when the sun rises and alter flows of air and seawater through the day in response to the changes in the temperature, humidity and the sunlight. On windless days, fans ensure a constant flow of air through the greenhouse. What they are saying, on the windless days means when wind is not there. Okay, on windless days, fans make sure a constant flow of air through the greenhouse. Once it is turned to the local environment, you don't need anyone there for it to work, says Pattern. We can run the entire operation of 113 ampere plug, and in future we would make it entirely independent of the grid, powered from a few solar panels. Okay, so let's see whether we are getting our answers or not. So what in question they are asking? They are asking the greenhouse pattern built is installed with dash to keep the air flowing if the wind stands still, and it is expected in the future to rely on electricity provided solely by dash. So we have just seen this. We have just seen this in the same paragraph only. We have seen this. Okay. So sensors switch everything on when the sun rises and alter flows of air and seawater through the day in response to the changes in the temperature, humidity and sunlight. On windless days, fans ensure a constant flow of air. Yes, on windless days means they are talking about when the wind stands still. Wind stands still means windless. Okay, I hope you have understood this. I hope you have understood this. So what they are saying, on windless days, fans, F-A-N-S, fans ensure a constant flow of air through the greenhouse. Okay, and what they are saying here, what they are asking here in question, the greenhouse pattern built is installed with dash to keep the air flowing if the wind stands still. Wind stands still means no wind. Okay, when there is no wind, then what will make sure to keep air flowing? Fans will make sure to keep air flowing. Okay, so our answer will be F-A-N-S, fans. So these fans will be our answer. So during windless days, fans will make sure a constant flow of air through the greenhouse. And the same thing only they are asking here. They are asking the same thing. The greenhouse pattern built is installed with fans to keep the air flowing if the wind stands still. Wind stands still means they are talking about when there will be no wind. When there will be no wind, then fans will work. Okay? And it is expected in the future. Here they are talking about the future. And it is expected in the future to rely on electricity provided solely by. So this thing also we have seen in the same paragraph only. Once it is turned to the local environment, you don't need anyone there for it to work. Says pattern. We can run the entire operation. We can run the entire operation of 113 ampere plug, and in future, okay, so here from here we will get our answer. This is our keyword, and in future we would make it entirely independent of the grid, powered from a few solar panels. Okay, so from here we are getting our answer. So our answer will be solely by solar panels. So our answer will be SOLAR, solar. PA, look for the spelling. Spelling is important. PANELS. PANELS, solar panels. So what they are asking here, and it is expected in the future to rely on electricity provided solely by solar panels. Okay, so we are getting our answers. So from these lines we are getting our answer. Our first answer is fans, and our another answer is solar panels. Okay, I hope you have understood this. And now let's see whether we are getting our another answer or not. Despite the high construction cost compared to desalination plant, the plants grow in patterns. Greenhouse need much less water, and if produced in large quantities, the dash would be reduced remarkably. The dash would be reduced. Okay, so we are not getting anything regarding this. So we will move forward towards our H paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. The net effect is to evaporate seawater into hot desert air, then recondense the moisture as fresh water. At the same time, cool moist air flows through the greenhouse to provide ideal condition for the crops. The key to the seawater greenhouse potential is its unique combination of desalination. So this is our keyword, combination of desalination and air conditioning. By tapping the power of the sun, it can cool as efficiently as a 500 kilowatt air conditioner while using less than 3 kilowatts of electricity. In practice, it evaporates 3000 liters of seawater a day and turns it into about 800 liters of fresh water, just enough to irrigate the plants. The rest is lost as water vapor. The rest is lost as water vapor. Okay, but we are not getting any of our answer. Okay, so we will move forward with our I paragraph. Okay, let's quickly read it. Critics point out that construction cost of 25 per square meter means the water is twice as expensive as water from the conventional desalination plant. But the comparison is misleading, says Patton. The natural air conditioning in the greenhouse massively increases the value of that water because the plants need only an eighth of the water used by those grown conventionally. The effective cost is only a quarter. The effective cost is only a quarter that of water from a standard desalination. And cost should plummet when mass production begins, he adds. And cost should plummet. Plummet means, what about plummet? Plummet means fall or drop. Okay? Should, and the cost should plummet. Plummet means reduce, drop or fall. Okay? And the cost should plummet when mass production begins, he adds. Okay? So let's see what they are asking here. Despite the high construction cost compared to the desalination plant, the plants grown in Patton's greenhouse need much less water, and if produced in large quantities, the dash would be reduced. The dash could be reduced means the cost would be reduced. Okay, COST S. Okay, it is plural. COSTS costs. I hope you have understood this. Okay. And if produced in the large quantities, the cost could be reduced remarkably. In addition to all these advantages, it is also dash because it is clean and pollution free. So we are getting our answer cost from here. And cost should plummet. Plummet means reduce, drop or fall. And cost would plummet when mass production begins, he adds. And the same thing they are asking here. Okay. And if produced in large quantities mean in a huge mass. Okay. The same thing in when mass production begins, he adds. Okay. The same thing. This is the same thing. Large quantities is same as mass production. Okay. So what they are saying, and if produced in the large quantities, the cost would be reduced remarkably. Okay. I hope you have understood this. So now let's quickly move towards our last paragraph. Best of all, the greenhouse should be environmentally friendly. The greenhouse should be environmentally friendly. I suppose there might be aesthetic objection to large structures on coastal sites, says Harris. But it is clean technology and does not produce pollution. Clean and does not produce pollution or even large quantities of hot water. So this clean and pollution, these are our keyword. So now let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So let's see. In addition to all these advantages, it is also dash because it is clean and pollution free. So best of all, the greenhouse should be environmentally friendly. Okay. So we are getting our answer. Our answer will be environmentally friendly. Okay. So we will write. So look for the spellings. Spellings are very important. Environmentally friendly. So in addition to all these advantages, it is also environmentally friendly because it is clean and pollution free. Okay. Best of all, the greenhouse should be environmentally friendly. I suppose there might be aesthetic objection to large structures on coastal sites, says Harris, but it is clean technology and does not produce any pollution or even large quantities of hot water. Okay. So with this we have completed our entire passage. Okay. We have completed our entire passage. I hope you have understood this. Try to understand each line. Each line is very important. Okay friends. So we have completed the passage and the title of the passage was The Rainmaker. So try to learn this type of passages. Okay.